let's start the class. Good morning, all of you. So I am starting with this topic, that is your semiconductor. In this module, we have already discussed about types of currents. In that, we have discussed about drift current, and in this particular class, we will be discussing about your diffusion current, and then we move towards Hall effect. So all of them are very important as far as your device is being concerned. It's not a normal thing. It's a thing which is of utmost importance as far as your semiconductors are being concerned. So let's start what we have revised in the previous class. So in the previous class, we have studied about drift process. So how drift process goes like, this is your circuit, and in between you are having holes, and these are electrons. So you can see this animation. It's a very beautiful animation. This is your power supply, and how things happen. Here you can see like this. So here you can see things. So what you observe, that your battery is providing the electrons. So electrons are moving in the semiconductor like this. Okay. So what is actually happening? And that is now I'm going to discuss what is actually happening. There is a movement of electrons from external circuit and is in conduction band of a semiconductor. तो जो आप external circuit से using a battery एक्सटर्नल सर्किट से कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, वो कहाँ जा रहे हैं? कंडक्शन बैंड सेमीकंडक्टर में. तो ये मूवमेंट हो रही है आपकी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की. इट इज नॉट लाइक that electrons are being generated in your semiconductor. No, we are supposed to provide them from the external circuit like this. और इसकी वजह से आपकी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की मूवमेंट हो रही है. The movements of holes is also there in the valence band of a semiconductor. ऐसा नहीं है कि इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की मूवमेंट होती है. इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आ रहे हैं आपके डिवाइस में, तो उसकी वजह से होल्स में भी क्रिएट हो रहे हैं वैलेंस बैंड में, उसकी मूवमेंट भी हो रही है. तो द एंटायर मूवमेंट that involves combination and recombination of the devices is actually providing you this particular thing that is called your conduction. Okay, so that is all about drift process. In drift process, this is your semiconductor, and across semiconductor you are actually providing some external supply. So because of that, conduction took place. So the entire thing is because of electric field. So because electric field is giving drift to the carriers, so this entire thing is called drift process, and because of that the current is there, that is called drift current. So here you can see the total drift current density is then written as, so your drift current density is not an individual thing. We are actually working with two different things. One is your drift current velocity because of electrons, that is Jn, and drift current density because of holes, that is Jp. So your overall total drift current density is sum of drift current density because of electrons and because of holes. So sum of these two current densities gives you overall your total current density. So there are certain equations that are related with this. Your current density of electrons when they are under drift is being given by this. This is your charge of electron E, N is number of electrons, mu n is mobility of electrons, and E is electric field, which is being given by E is being given by V by L, where V is voltage across the semiconductor sample. Suppose you are having sample like this. So we are applying some voltage across this sample like this. So the potential is V, which we are applying, and this is your length of sample. So we are getting some electric field across this. We are getting some electric field across this. So this is what things are actually happening. So similarly, we have movement of holes in this sample, because in any sample both electrons and holes are involved. So this is the term, we replace it because this and this we added together and we get sigma E. J is equal to sigma E, where sigma can be written as 1 by rho. So sigma is basically conductivity and 1 by rho is your resistivity. 1 by rho is a resistivity. So next thing that is happening, that your sigma is actually nq mu n and eqp mu p. So adding these two, we replace it with your conductivity, and conductivity is inverse of resistivity. So this we have already derived in the previous class, but here we are just recapitulating the things we have done. So sigma is conductivity, and your semiconductor of the semiconductor, its units are ohm per centimeter. Ohm per centimeter. So or mho, somewhere we are actually using mho, and resistivity of the semiconductor is ohm centimeter. So now we will be discussing about diffusion process. So diffusion, you already know that it is the movement of your uh, particles from across a membrane under the only constraint, that is your concentration gradient, and it depends upon other parameters also. So but it vary in semiconductors as far as your semiconductors is being concerned. So here you can see this is your system, and they are having excess of gradient on electrons on this side, and they are having less electron. So if we apply, if we are not applying anything, we are actually bringing them together. We are bringing them together. So what happens in such a scenario, if this is the thing that is being observed and we go ahead, then what happens? Here you can see, under the effect of this, your electrons start moving to the region of low concentration, region of low concentration. And why this entire thing is happening? This entire thing is happening because of concentration gradient. So this is diffusion. This entire thing falls under the category called diffusion. We are having high concentration gradient here, we are having low concentration gradient here. So from high to low there is a movement. This is called diffusion, and we are not applying any external supply across that. The entire thing is happening due to concentration gradient. So diffusion process may be defined as the movement of electrons from higher concentration gradient to the lower concentration gradient, and it is known as diffusion. So this is the thing. Now we talk about diffusion in little bit detail. So what is diffusion? Mobile particles tend to move from a region of high concentration gradient to a region of low concentration gradient due to thermally induced random motion. Because a particle is always in random motion, so that is why particles from a high region concentration moves to low region concentration. Next is your current flow. So when we talk about current flow due to mobile charge diffusion is proportional to carrier concentration gradient. So what is the gradient? Gradient means what is the actual difference between the concentration. So that actually decides what is the current flow. If concentration gradient is very less, then current flow will be very less. If the concentration gradient is more, then we have a very good current flow. Then we get a definition.
I am unable to understand concentration gradients. Can you please repeat?
Okay, concentration gradient is, suppose you are sitting in a classroom. Okay, in this classroom 20 students are there, and it's hugely crowded, extremely crowded I can say. And this is a classroom, only 2 or 3 students are sitting. So what happens? Some of the students will try to move from this. Yes. So what is the difference? Difference of 18. Difference of 18 in these two classrooms. Similarly, if there is a classroom, again 20 students are there. Here 18 students are sitting. Then what happens? No movement will be there, significant movement, because 20 and 18 are almost same. So they will see what is the benefit of moving from one class to another. We are having same number of students almost, because 20 and 80 looks equal. 20 and 18 are, but here you can see the difference. So similarly, when you are having a this number of particles on one side and this on the other side, they will try to move to the lower concentration and so on. Okay, so that's the called concentration gradient. I hope this idea is clear to you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, then diffusion current. So diffusion current within a semiconductor consists of two components. It's not as a case that only electrons will move. No, holes will also move, because there is gradual combination generation that is always being involved in the process. So holes are being generated, electrons help them to neutralized, and so on. So diffusion current within a semiconductor consists of hole concentration and electron components. Both of them are involved. It's not an individual thing. Both are involved. So I have to get rid of this. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand this. So I'm discarding it. Again, starting this thing. So yeah, here you can see that in the previous case, we are talking about your current density due to drift. So now I'm talking about current density because of diffusion. So when it is of p type carriers, then in p type semiconductor we have excess of holes. So in p type of semiconductor we have diffusion, and diffusion is being given by this minus q dp dp by dx. Now all of them have their relevant meanings. Let me discuss them one by one. Q is charge on an electron. Second thing is dp is diffusion constant. So diffusion constant is a property which is being depending upon what is the type of the semiconductor, what is the kind of dopant on which you are actually doping. So that decides diffusion constant. It is not the case that if you are doping with one material, then they will have a same diffusion current. No, it will be different, because this depends upon several other factors. I will discuss this later on. Then next is concentration
So
gradient.
which normal value do we take?
I will discuss it later on. Don't stop in between. I will discuss. This is entire a different thing. Right now, my focus is on diffusion current. This is an entire different thing. I will discuss it later on in this lecture only. Next is your hole concentration gradient. This is called gradient. So dp means change in concentration. And what is the thing with respect to which you're noticing the change? With respect to distance. Suppose this is a semiconductor like this, and this is a point 0. So at this point we are having a different concentration. At this point we are having a different concentration. So concentration at this point minus concentration of at this point, and distance at this point minus this distance at this point. So this is your concentration gradient. So what is that your diffusion current? Diffusion current is being given by your charge multiplied by diffusion constant and multiplied by concentration gradient, dp by dx. Similarly, you have for electrons. So overall diffusion current because of your electrons and holes is being given by this particular expression. Now some of you may ask that what is the relevance of negative sign? So your hole current is there, your electron current is there. So here you can see we are having a negative sign. So the negative sign is there due to diffusion results in a hole current that flows in the negative x direction. We already know that your current is always in the direction of holes, while current is in the opposite direction to that of electrons. So when we talk about your holes, we always include this negative sign. So here you can see that your overall current in a semiconductor is comprising of two components. One is your drift current. So drift current due to holes and drift current due to electrons. Second thing is electron hole diffusion current. So your diffusion current due to your holes and diffusion current due to electrons. So we rearrange them. So your total current is comprising of two components. What is due to holes and due to electrode. Sorry. So what is your thing? That this is your current due to holes, and when they are actually drifting, this is current due to holes when diffusion is there. Similarly, this is current due to electrons when they are drifting. This is current due to electrons when there is diffusion. So add them, you will get a total current. So when you talk about current in a semiconductor, then two particular factors are involved. What is the first factor? That there is a drift. What is the second factor? There is diffusion. Then drift and diffusion is actually comprising of two components. One is your due to holes, another is due to electrons. So combining them, these components, we end up with your overall current. So overall current is due to holes and electrons, sorry, holes and electrons, and your holes are due to drift due to diffusion. Your electrons are due to diffusion and due to drift. So you add up, you get a single equation. So single equation is giving you this. Now some of you have been asked that this diffusion, and already student has asked that what is its value. So now I am coming to that particular factor. So this particular value is being discussed in a Einstein relation in a semiconductor. So although we are not in a position to discuss this right now because it's a basic course, but if you want me to discuss, I can discuss in some other class. So these two factors which we normally talk about are D and mu. So D is your diffusion constant and mu is mobility. So they are for drift and diffusion and are related by the Einstein relation. This value and this value are for drift and diffusion. So when we talk about diffusion, we talk about diffusion constant. When we talk about mobility, we talk about mu. So they are being discussed by Einstein relation. So what is actually happening, if you have a look at this, that at the core of the drift and diffusion is same physics. Collisions among particles and medium atoms, there should be a relationship between D and mu. That means it's not the case that they are different. Diffusion and your mobility are different, because at the core all the atoms are same, collisions are there and between atoms. So that relation is being given by your Einstein relation. That is D by mu is equal to kT by Q, where K is Boltzmann constant, T is absolute temperature, and Q is your charge on electron. So its value is kT by Q. So the ratio of these two values is being given by 26 millivolt at room temperature. So whenever you are getting some problem with finding out the value of D, what you can do, D is equal to mobility multiplied by kT and Q. So mobility is being given by the semiconductors. What is the mobility inside that semiconductor? K is known to you, Boltzmann constant. T is known to you, the absolute temperature, and room temperature, and Q is your charge. So from there you will get the value of diffusion constant, and you can substitute in the equation, you get the value. Otherwise, in most of the cases, this value is being given to you. So this particular factor kT by Q is sometimes being referred as thermal voltage. So I hope this particular criteria regarding your diffusion and drift is clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me